He come my house. He say he's the police. He's the officer. He come my house. He locked to my wife.
And I wanted to keep her away. I put her in cuffs. I'm a former officer up in New York.
We have seen plenty of Karens around us doing some weird stuff, but this guy took it to the next level as he decided to impersonate a police officer. However, he had no idea that his bluff would soon be called by these good cops. On May 3rd, 2021, the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office received multiple calls about a disturbance in a trailer park. Soon the deputies arrived at the location and encountered a bizarre situation.
He come my house. He locked my wife.
What?
He come my house. He locked to my wife.
Who?
This guy over there.
Who is he?
This guy.
Come here. Come here.
That's hurt my hand right now. That's so hurt. Ow!
Yeah, they're not comfortable. Hold on. Let me get them off.
Ow! Ow! Oh!
If you stop moving, I'll get them off. If you move, it's going to be harder.
Ah. Thank you, sir. I don't do anything wrong. Why are you doing it to me?
Relax. I'm going to talk to you in a minute.
Okay.
Quay lên chị nội em. Chị quay lên, chị mở điện thoại chị quay lên.
Điện thoại tôi quay không được.
Vô.
The cops were surprised to see the woman in handcuffs. According to them, one of their neighbors had just come inside their home claiming to be a cop and restrained her. The officers relieved her from the pain and went over to talk to them.
Do you guys know this guy?
I don't know. He's over
Can you stop yelling? Oh, thank you.
He say he's the
I'm
police.
so
You
scared.
said what?
He say he's the police. He come my house. He say he's the police. He's the officer. He come my house. He locked to my wife.
He just walked in your house and put
Yes.
handcuffs on her?
He walked to my house and he locked to my wife.
And he got a gun too.
He got a gun too.
I'm scared.
Okay. What were you doing? Why would he do
I
that?
We don't know. We just sit here and he tell my wife come out and he locked my wife.
We can sit here to drinking.
He
Go
too many
inside.
times already. Not one time.
Inside it, you know.
He come to my house, locked to my
Are you
wife.
guys Vietnamese?
Yeah.
We are Vietnamese here.
The deputy was having a hard time understanding the situation, and that's when he called for backup. A few more deputies arrived and confronted the suspect, who had a different story for them.
All right.
I want to blow my brains out. They started an uprising with the music, being very loud, very boisterous. I told them, I said, please turn it down. The guy right there in the jeans who was talking to the other officer, he hit me. And she
who is
was,
it that hit you?
pardon me?
Who is it that hit
The
you?
gentleman right there in front of the other
The
light.
one that's lighting
Yeah.
the cigarette? Okay.
He hit me and she was being very belligerent and I wanted to keep her away. I put her in cuffs. I'm a former officer up in New York and I'm just upset with her. I
So
told
you put handcuffs on somebody?
Yes, I did.
The suspect was identified as 67-year-old John Switzer, and he accepted his actions earlier without any problem. Switzer claimed that he was a former cop, but that doesn't allow him to go on people's properties and handcuff them.
Because you were upset with her?
Well, no, because I'm tired of the plus he hit me. I know it's probably
What
wrong.
did she have anything to do with this?
She was getting in my face.
Okay. What's your full legal name, sir?
John?
Is it
Timothy.
John or Jonathan?
John.
Okay, when you went over there to tell them to turn the music
Yeah,
down. So what are you wanting to do as far as that?
Nothing. I just want them to turn the music down.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry. Did
right.
you guys have to come out?
And you're at lot 270, which is over here.
Right there.
Okay.
Oh, he's standing here behind us. Are you armed right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay, thank you.
Everything is in the house. I'm locked up.
John got upset by the family playing loud music and went over to confront them. However, he was armed with his handgun and also displayed a badge to them before he cuffed the woman. The deputy went back to John and heard his side of the story once more.
It just drives me nuts. I mean,
What, the music?
oh yeah, I mean,
Why didn't you just call us and we can come tell
You
them
know
to turn
what?
it down? It's
you
that
guys,
simple.
you guys come. they turn it down. If you leave, they turn it back up.
Gotcha.
And he,
She's grabbing her identification.
he's always been wanting to fight me.
Who?
The Asian guy sitting down or smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
Okay, he's always wanting to just like, he comes over, you know, and asks for advice and stuff.
Which one do you live in?
I live right over there.
Sunny Florida? Tired of the cold?
No, it wasn't that. It's just that I needed to get away because my brain was, I worked like 80 hours at the trade center.
Gotcha.
I had a friend of mine that his mom died 2 weeks prior, and he had a tattoo on his hand that says, "I love you, Mom." And when we were crawling in there and everything, that's all we found. His arm from here down.
John appeared visibly frustrated by his neighbors, but it's still hard to comprehend how he thought it was okay to handcuff her instead of calling the police.
But, you know,
Usually what you have to do for something to get done is find several neighbors that are like-minded and you sign a paper and you send it in.
yeah, a lot of people don't want to get involved, and it's like, you know, I just can't stand the boom, 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 boom. I mean, this gentleman here, he speaks Spanish, you know, and I don't understand Spanish a whole lot. Do you mind if I go in and grab a mint real quick?
In the house?
Yeah.
No, can't go in the house.
Moments later, a female officer took away the poor victim and interviewed her regarding the story.
Tell me what happened when he came over.
Okay. When he come over to my house, and I sit down to next door to neighbor, and I saw him step into my house. I say maybe something wrong, because too many times.
Wait. He went inside your house?
No, and right there.
Okay.
He said he called my husband come over, because my husband when I don't want, he came over. I said, Daddy, you have to stay there. Let me take care of that. And he said he want to rape my husband. I say, no, my husband inside to my house. What happened? You have to talk to me, please. He said he want to rape me.
Okay,
I say,
all right,
why?
Hold on just one second.
Okay.
It seemed as if John acted out of rage and made a poor decision. The woman and her family didn't seem to be people who would cause a problem. Another officer arrived on the scene, and fortunately, he was bilingual and could understand the situation much better.
Chào cô.
Hello, em.
Dạ. Cảm ơn Thuận. Để như muốn giải thích cái câu chuyện, giúp cô này giải thích câu chuyện bữa nay bị gì, tại sao từ đầu tới cuối nha.
Ok. Chị thì chị ở bên nhà của con bé bên kia, tại đi làm về đó hàng xóm đó. Thì chị ngồi hai chị em nói chuyện với nhau.
Chị ở đó hả?
Không, chị ở đây. Nhưng mà hàng xóm anh em ngồi ở đây thì ở đây, nhưng mà chị là ok, em út nó đi làm về cực khổ. Thì nó mời qua ăn cơm thì chị không có ăn, chị ngồi nói chuyện với nó thì chị thấy ông mở cửa. Cái ông đó ông mở cửa mà ông cầm cây súng với cây còng qua nữa, chị thấy chị sợ quá. Ủa chuyện gì vậy? Cây súng nữa em.
Ở đâu? Là cầm để bên hông hay là...
Không, ổng cầm ổng đi về nè với lại cái còng. Thì ổng bắt chồng của chị ra, tại vì chồng của chị uống bia. Khi mà chị chạy theo chị thấy chồng chị uống bia, chị muốn ém đi cho bồ. Thành ra chị nói đấy, cứ ngồi đó để em thấy ca.
Đợi chút nha. Lúc mà cái súng thấy màu gì ạ?
Màu đen em.
Nhỏ hay lớn bự vậy?
Hình như là nó cũng cỡ dạ ba dai vậy.
It appeared as if John had just completely lost his cool and gone over to threaten the neighbors. However, things were about to get even more bizarre.
Okay, so he had the gun. Did he point the gun at her?
No, nó không có put với chị. Nó không có put the gun với chị. Nhưng mà nó nói là nó là cảnh sát. Nó muốn bắt ai, anytime nó được quyền bắt. Thì chị mới hỏi ổng chứ chị làm cái gì sai mà ổng đòi còng chị. Thì ổng nói một câu, tại vì ổng là cảnh sát music của mày làm cho tao không có feel accountable. Rồi cái ổng nói mày put your hand out, còng là ổng còng chị. Thì lúc đó thì ok, ổng còng chị siết quá chị đau, chị không biết làm sao. Thằng chồng chị nó giận lắm, chị nói Daddy, anh cứ ngồi im đó cho em, ở Mỹ thì có luật pháp. Ok, em gọi điện thoại là nó lợi nó hép liền, anh không cần ra tay. Thì chồng chị thấy chị đau quá, chị gên thì thằng chồng của chị thật sự có nói Lợi xô ổng đi ra khỏi property của chị.
John handcuffed the woman so tightly that her wrists were bruised and blackened, and she later developed additional bumps and bruises. It's commendable to see that a citizen had more trust in law enforcement than someone who had been a former cop. This incident highlights the kind of narcissistic and pathetic cop John truly was.
Rồi ổng thấy vậy ổng mới nói ok come here, ổng mở cổng ra cho chị nói không. Mày đã làm rồi thì ok, để tao muốn người khác đến đây để cho tao biết là mày đối xử với người Việt Nam của tao là như vậy.
Lúc mà cái anh đó hôm qua đó, lúc mà anh muốn còng cô á, cô nói tự nhiên cô ổng còng vậy thôi, họ không.
Dạ ổng nói tao là owner của cái nhà này, mày cần tao help cái gì của mày? Mày cần tao help cái gì? Ổng nói là music too loud. Thì chị chưa có kịp turn cái music, em hỏi cái speaker đó có cái gì đâu mà chị nghe là thấy ok romantic, em hiểu không?
Dạ.
Rồi ổng hỏi cái nhà này của ai, chị nói là của chị, thì ổng là ổng còng chị thôi.
Tự nhiên vô còng thì không có đâu chứ nhỉ?
Yes.
Nhưng mà cái súng nó không có chỉ vô.
Không có chỉ vô ai hết trơn, ổng nói là ổng là ok officer. Officer. Ổng chỉ có nói vậy đó. Rồi ổng còng chị xong xuôi rồi ổng mới đi về nhà của ổng. Rồi ổng chở qua lại, ổng kêu đưa đây tao mở tay mày lại, nó không cho mày mở. Ổng còng rồi bỏ đi, xong xuôi ổng vô nhà ổng chở ra lại, ổng nói là đây tao mở ra cho mày.
The woman who was later identified as Uyen Nguyen refused to be let go, as she knew it was important for the officers to see this evidence.
Chị nói là no.
Oh, okay. So there's gonna be a lot. That's why I'm gonna translate halfway every time. But nó là hiện giờ đang là cảnh sát hay là hồi xưa?
Nó nói là nó là cảnh sát.
Hiện giờ?
Yes.
Oh, right now.
Okay, so he said that he is an officer.
Yeah. Hiện giờ đang là cảnh sát.
Yes, nó show cho chị cái thẻ rất là nhiều lần lắm rồi.
And show her an ID apparently.
Không. Chị chỉ có để vậy chờ, tại vì lúc đó chị gọi là 911 come to help me over. I don't want.
Dạ. Chồng đẩy ra thôi.
Đẩy ổng ra là kêu ổng đi chỗ khác, tại lúc đó ổng làm hung dữ với chị quá.
So he was being like, he seems like being aggressive towards her, so he pushed him off the property. I'm waiting for law before I get out of my property.
But that was after she was put in handcuffs.
Yeah, that was after.
Okay.
Cô muốn anh nó đi tù hay không?
Yes. Yes, you have to do the law.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to do the law, please.
Okay.
I have 2, 4, 6, 7 người chị làm chứng cho chị.
I need to talk to her husband.
Yes.
Muốn nói chuyện với chồng của cô.
Yeah.
Just tell him to come over here.
The officers were shocked to discover what John had done, and their investigation was almost complete. They approached him and questioned him about his actions one last time.
Have you previously requested to speak with a attorney?
No, just wanted to see how far it goes.
Having the rights in mind, do you want to clarify some details for me real quick?
Absolutely.
Okay. So when you first went over there, did you identify yourself as a law enforcement officer and have a badge and gun in your possession?
They know that I am.
That you are a law enforcement officer?
Yes, ma'am. Former law enforcement officer.
Okay, there's a big difference.
Well, yes, I agree.
So did you specifically say, I am a police officer?
Not to them, no.
Okay,
Because I am not.
Did you have a badge that you showed to them?
No, I have not.
Okay, did you have a gun in your hand that you were...
No, ma'am, I have not.
So you did not have a gun?
No, ma'am, I have my cell phone.
John lied to the officers and tried to evade their questions. However, the officer wasn't buying it and refused to take him at his word.
Okay, and what specifically was said when you made contact with them about the music?
I asked them please to turn it down.
Okay.
Because it's been going on long enough.
Okay.
Every night it's the same thing. They play music so loud. I'm sitting in my easy chair trying to listen to TV, and all I hear is boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Normally it's this gentleman, but he seems to finally got the picture. They moved from over on the other side of me to here. And I've asked them if...
Do you remember specifically what words you used when you asked them to turn the music down?
I said, no, I just said, could you please turn the music down?
Okay, and what was their response? And who were you talking to when you said that?
Even if his accusations were right, he should have called the cops and let them handle the problem. However, John thought he was above the law, and just because he had a gun and a badge, he could abuse his authority.
Kind of the general view. And the Oriental gentleman in the blue jeans that was smoking a cigarette quite a bit, and the lady in the red shirt.
Okay, so you said, can you please turn the music down, and what was their response?
Pardon me?
What was their response to you?
She came running up from somewhere, I don't know where, behind me, and she said that, we'll turn it down, but it never happened.
Okay, was there some sort of threat? Was she striking you? Was she?
No, she was not,
She
but
was
I
just
could
talking
tell.
loudly.
Talking they're all drunk.
Okay, so she was just talking, and what
very,
made you...
Very loud.
If he was the one that was causing violence to you, threatening you, whatever you perceived the situation to be...
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you handcuff her?
She was being very belligerent, and I figured she was the biggest threat.
Okay, so you said you had your cell phone in your hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever think about dialing 911 to allow us the opportunity to deal with this instead of...
I was on the phone with dispatch at the time to get,
At the time that you placed her in handcuffs?
No, before.
John's statements weren't making any sense, and it was obvious that he was lying. Soon, the officers decided to bring an end to this painful altercation as they went on to arrest him.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and stand up for me.
I'm going for a ride?
Yes, sir?
Can I lock my door?
I'll let
we'll
you do
take
that
care
in a
of all that for
minute.
you.
Stand up.
Absolutely. Do you have the house keys on you?
No,
He just dropped the house key on the
No, those
ground.
are handcuff keys.
if you go to through the door to the right, if you look on top of the dishwasher right above it. Thank you.
Alright. And just to clarify, what agency are you prior law enforcement with?
New York
New York.
State. The state of New York. The city. I was a city cop.
NYPD?
NYPD.
Okay. And what year did you retire from there?
2001.
It was pretty ironic and somehow satisfactory to see how John was suffering the same pain of tight handcuffs that he had inflicted on the poor woman some time ago. Karma did make sure to get him this time.
Right by the door that says Florida Investigator Sergeant. Where did that come
I was
from?
a private investigator at one time.
A
down
private
here.
investigator.
Yeah.
Okay. But not law enforcement.
No.
Okay. How many years did you work for NYPD?
25.
Okay.
I can't, well, let's put it this way. Under one name, I did a lot of undercover work too. So I had one or two aliases. So, but that's my real name right there.
However, just by the end, the officer found out that he wasn't even a former police officer, but only used to be a private investigator. Well, that pretty much sums up the entire case. The officer then proceeded to take him to the police station where he was charged with impersonating a police officer and false improvement. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we got to see a case where a former investigator tried to impersonate a police officer and even went on to handcuff the suspect. The crazy guy even threatened her with his gun and badge, trying to abuse authority which he never had in the first place. Fortunately, the cops apprehended him and took him to prison. I can only hope that he receives the punishment he deserves, and I extend massive appreciation to the officers for holding him accountable. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video and make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.